call for all. We're at Rosemary Cemetery. And we want to talk to Mrs. Green.
Yes. Is anybody here that wishes to speak to us? We've heard that you can be heard here with your children. Do you want to speak to us tonight?
That's people talking.
Is anybody here that would like to speak to us?
Is that long enough? Because mostly I think it was in the beginning. Most far.
Hello friends, my name is Brenda and what you just heard was an actual EVP recording. So let me set up the setting, scenario, characters that were involved. We being myself and 3 other people who we like to consider ourselves amateur ghost hunters, went to Rosemary Cemetery in Sarasota, Florida. Now, it's kind of well known for being haunted locally in terms of the ghost tours locally do have it on their route, and if you go on the internet, it does pop up as a haunted location for this area. However, I had been there previously and I didn't feel anything, I didn't see anything. I had done recordings that came up, blank other than our voices. But the more that we looked into it, it seemed like other professional and amateur ghost hunters had gotten numerous EVPs and even apparitions in photos. So we went out and we gave it another shot. It was almost the middle of the night, so it was very quiet. There was only 4 of us. And to make sure that we didn't misinterpret anything when we listened back to it, we made sure that at one point when a car went by, and really it was only one because like I said, it was very late at night, one of the people with us, which you'll hear or did hear on the tape, says, "That's people talking, that's a car going by." That was for our benefit, so as that when we went to analyze the recordings, we wouldn't hear a voice and automatically jump to the conclusion that it was paranormal. Very early in the tape, when we left, now we didn't hear anything in real time other than ourselves. When we went back to the car, it started raining and we went to the car and we listened to the recordings. Right off the bat, we heard the sentence or the phrase, "Who's that?" We knew right away it was not a phrase spoken by any of the 4 of us. It was only us, so we really had no reason to inquire, who's that, asking about anybody else. And right away we thought, we've got something here, but we had no idea how much we had gotten. You know, if you're a ghost hunter of any sort, again, amateur or professional, unlike the movies, EVPs are very rare. They are the holy grail of ghost hunting. We have been to many, many locations, spent overnights, even at some places that are on America's top 10 haunted places. And we've only ever captured one other EVP, which I'll upload also at some point. So as soon as we heard even that short little phrase, we were like, wow, it was very exciting. But we were using an inexpensive little recorder, and so it wasn't very loud. So as we continued to listen, we could hear some whispering, but we really couldn't make out what it was saying, other than the fact that we knew it wasn't us. So what we did was we took the recorder and we recorded it onto a cell phone, and then we Bluetoothed it in the car. So now it's amplified, it's very loud. And we now start to hear some of what the whispering is saying. Backstory. Rosemary Cemetery is allegedly haunted by at least one, if not more, spirits, namely a woman by the name of Ella Green. Many years ago, like in the 1800s, she was murdered by her husband along with her baby and a toddler. And when you go there, it's very sad. You see her grave, you see their graves beside her. And this seems to be who people at least believe that they are contacting when they go there. It does not appear to be who we contacted, however, because initially we hear the who's that, then we hear a whisper sentence that at that point in time we could not make out. Then there's a second whisper sentence that partially you can kind of make out the words, but it was still a little bit difficult, even with it amplified in the car. So we all go home. Of course, everybody, now frantically is trying to listen to it and hear what it's saying. With noise canceling headphones right up to it, listening, and very loud, it now becomes clear what it's saying, and it is mind-blowing. Initially, in the beginning, there's the who's that. Then I very clearly ask if anybody there wants to speak to us, and out comes very low sentence. But it says, she won't answer you. Now, we are openly talking about Ella and talking about contacting her and all of this other stuff. So is that who? I say he because I felt like it was a he, but I don't really know. Is that who the spokesperson is referring to? She won't answer you. Then towards the end, and it's cut off. We did not record the whole thing, only up until that second sentence, because after that there's not a whole lot. But I again say, I think I actually say Ella's name specifically, but then I say, does anybody want to speak to us? And there's a pause, and then there's a sentence that says, she doesn't want to see you. So, I don't know. Now, we have played this recording for several other people, and now even when you listen to it, when you go back, and I'll actually drop it again at the end so you don't have to go back to listen to it. Now that you're kind of, what you're kind of listening for, hopefully you'll be able to hear it. But I would really advise that you're either using some kind of noise canceling headphones, because some of it's very low, particularly the second sentence. The last one, not so much. Maybe even stream it to your television if you have that ability, because when I did that, it was like really clear, because then it was very loud. The first sentence, I don't believe, now that you know what you're listening for, I don't believe you'll have any trouble hearing who's that. Then comes that second sentence after I inquire about who or if anybody wants to speak to us, and it's very low, but if you're listening for it, I think you will probably hear it and be able to make it out. The last sentence, I think even without a lot of really trying, now that you kind of know that that whispering and that sentence right there isn't any of us, you should at least be able to clearly get the she doesn't want to very easily. You might need to really listen for the remainder of that sentence, which is to see you. And wow, so it's very exciting for us because anytime that you're out and you're looking to find a connection in these kind of situations, really usually you end up with hours of recordings with nothing. So not only to be able to pick something up, but not like random words or, people talking, which would still be exciting, but actually answering direct questions. I mean, very clearly say, does anybody want to speak to us? And he very clearly says, she won't answer you, as we're referring to Ella out loud and to each other. And then in the second one, when I ask again, pause, and then he comes forward again and he says, she doesn't want to see you. So we took that as, just a back and forth conversation. Again, we didn't hear it in real time. We went back and we heard it. We know unequivocally none of these sentences were spoken by any of us. There was only 4 of us. There was nobody else present, and it definitely was not us. So please listen to it again. Try hard. I know some of it's very low. Again, maybe streaming it might be a good option if that's louder. And then let me know. Did you hear it? Did you believe it to be paranormal? Did you not hear anything? Some of the people that we have played it for heard it just like that. Some people caught a little bit of it but couldn't really make it out very much. And some people actually said they didn't hear anything at all. So let us know, and we will get that second EVP uploaded, which was taken at an abandoned amusement park. That one is really wild. This one didn't feel negative. It just felt like he was letting us know, like, back off. Like, she's not interested in in your ghost hunt tonight. She doesn't want to partake in it. But the other one, the only other one that we ever caught, that one was really just kind of bone chilling, and it left us with an uneasy feeling. It's a very this is kind of just like a low, whispery kind of voice. That one is very like just a very wow, like Freddy Krueger. Like, I didn't want to sleep again after I heard it. I mean, I was just like so freaked out. So thanks for watching. I'm going to play the recording again, and and you'll notice that we're sitting in a car. No, we did not ghost hunt from the car. We did get out. We walked around. You hear the leaves rustling around. It's because we recorded, like I said, they recorded to the cell phone while sitting in the car. So you'll see just the car, not anything else. So we're just listening. We're not looking because there's nothing to see except for the inside of the car. So thanks for watching, and let us know. Let us know if you heard it and what you thought about it. Goodbye.
Okay. Yeah. That's something with Matt, because they're always randomly. No, it's
Okay.
you need it all for all.
We're at Rosemary
Yes.
Cemetery. And we want to talk to Mrs. Green.
Yes. Is anybody here that wishes to speak to us? We've heard that you can be heard here with your children. Do you want to speak to us tonight?
That's people talking.
Is anybody here that would like to speak to us?
Is that long enough? Because most I think was in the beginning. Most far.